Well, we're back right here in the studio, and right now we have with us engineer Sara Al-Bakr. And engineer Sara is a rapporteur of the public relations at the Kuwait Society of Engineers, and she's also joined by engineer محمد ابراهيم, member of the young engineers at the, of course, at the Kuwait Society of Engineers, and we'd like to welcome you both to the program Hala Kuwait.
Thank you.
Nice to have you right here in the studio. And Engineer Sara, maybe we could start out with you. Could you tell our audience a little bit about the Kuwait Society of Engineers goals and aims, please?
Yes. Kuwait Society of Engineers is the first and the oldest public benefit association in Kuwait, and it acts as a non-profit voluntary action, and it can hold all the engineers from different nationalities, from different societies. And the most important purpose for the Kuwait Society of Engineers, it can defend the engineers' rights and can improve them in many ways, like engineering skills, their personalities. And we have the first training center, which calls the Engineering Development Training Center in the Kuwait Society of Engineers, and it has a lot of workshops, a lot of sessions that can also, as I said, improve the engineers' skills. And also we are encouraging the young generation and the young engineer to join us to be volunteers in the Kuwait Society of Engineers, and it has a lot of benefit for them.
Yeah, you have a lot of great activities, and you have, I think, every year annually you have the Engineers Day, I believe. So this is a huge event covered by all the media and social media, and we look forward to that. So tell us a little bit about some of the previous events that you've arranged, Engineer Sara.
Yes, so we had a lot of actually events and conferences, but I'll like mention
briefly
it
touch on them, yeah.
Yes, the most important conference that we had 2 weeks ago in Jumeirah Hotel was the 16th International Conference, the Health and Safety Environment, and we were to participate as a Kuwait Society of Engineers with that huge global conference, as well as the 21st of the Gulf Engineering Forum. 2 years back, it was in Kuwait, and this year was in Bahrain. So we went to Bahrain like a week ago, and also we went like a participate for this huge forum in Bahrain. And also we have a committee which called the Cultural Committee, one of the committees in the Kuwait Society of Engineers. In each year, we have a whole December month. The whole month has workshops, sessions, really important for the engineers, and we also finished that last December. And the last thing, we have the celebration for the National and the Liberation Day. We share our celebration for the families, the Kuwaiti families, and we distributed some meals and flags for the children. And it was so enjoyable.
Good to hear that. I mean, there's so much more. We talk about your great events. Engineer Muhammad, welcome to our program, Hala Kuwait. Maybe you could tell us about some of the future events, plans, and so forth.
Well, we have many future events and competitions as well held, some of which, like the shooting competition we have each year, as well as the photography competition. We'll also be holding a beach cleanup day. We'll also be visiting the elderly and orphanages. So we'll kind of touch up on all...
Yeah, you're varied, huh?
Yeah.
Do events for the Engineer Society and families, community service. So it's really nice to see that.
Exactly. And we also, I'd like to bring up that we'll have something called Duaniyat al-Muhandisin.
What is that about?
We bring influencers, we bring some
well-known
officials,
people, yeah?
Officials and well-known people, and we touch up on topics, either recent topics or past topics, and it's not just necessarily on engineering topics. It's open,
an open discussion, like
for the community
style.
Yeah, for the community.
Great, that's really great to hear. So many great activities, Engineer Sara. And so, how can someone now, the audience watching, if they'd like to join this society, is that possible?
Yes, of course it's possible, unless you are an engineer. from bachelor till PhD or master's, you can join us. It's very simple procedure. Just I welcome you on the Kuwait Society of Engineers building between 5 to 9 p.m. Just to bring your certificate, your transcripts, to whom concerned letter, 2 photos, and certain amount of money. And within half an hour, your carnet will be ready as a member of KSE.
And where is it? Where are you located for the audience who may not know?
To the Kuwait Society of Engineers building.
It's in Nadelgar.
Nadelgar.
Yeah.
It's right on the Gulf Road.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
right.
Okay, so
It's easily found on Google Maps.
okay, very good that you clarified where it is. Go ahead, Engineer. So you want to
Yes.
add something?
No, that's all for
Okay.
the joining us.
All right then, Engineer Muhammad, tell us. I know there's the Kuwait Engineers Day.
Yes.
That's a big event that you have
Yes.
every year. So tell our audience a little bit about that, please.
Sure. Actually, this Kuwaiti Engineer Day is the first time held in Kuwait.
Uh-huh.
It was a proposal like done 2 years ago by
Okay.
Kuwait Society of Engineers to the World Federation of Organizations, engineering organizations, which is part of UNESCO. And basically, they got the approval. They gave us the approval,
Great.
and they dedicated 7th of March of every year to be Kuwaiti Engineer Day. And this is the first year we're celebrating it, and first time in the state of Kuwait, and we're honored to be the hosts.
Good to hear that. And who's going to be sponsoring or helping out with this big event festival?
Yeah, well, we have Amiri Diwan. They're fully hosting the...
It means it'll be a successful event.
Exactly.
inshallah.
The event will be hosted in Sheikh Jabir Al Ahmed Cultural Center, the new one.
Also a beautiful venue.
Exactly, yeah. And there'll also be sponsors for the celebration throughout. We also have along another sponsor, KFAS, Kuwait Foundation for
The Advancement of Sciences, yeah.
Exactly. We will also have in presence of the Minister, Engineer Hussam Al-Romi, His Excellency, and despite us contact him in short notice, he was more
He's
than
eager
willing.
and willing.
Yeah, he's more than willing to
Great.
participate.
Well, we look forward to this big event. And Engineer Sarah, what does this celebrating this day mean for the Kuwait Society of Engineers?
Yeah, well, actually, this celebration reflects the interest of the Kuwait Society of Engineers, and also will reflect the interest of our country, Kuwait, in cooperation with the international organization in enhancing the society, the civil society institution. So we dedicate a day to focus on the role of the engineers, especially the Kuwaitis engineers, and to appreciate them in this day, and it is a valuable opportunity to appreciate them in many ways, in many fields of
And what are the preparations that are ongoing for this? It's coming up very shortly, in about a week's time, I think, a little more than a week.
Yeah, actually, it's more than a week for the big celebration. It will be in the 7th of March.
Okay.
It will be starting from 7:30 in the Sheikh Jabir Al Ahmed Cultural Center. And from tomorrow we have an exhibition booth starting from tomorrow, the 1st of March.
Where's this at?
In the Avenues Mall, in the
Okay.
Grand Avenues Mall, starting from tomorrow, 1st of March, until Saturday, the 3rd of March, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And what's at this booth, Engineer Sarah?
Yeah, we have some giveaways for our visitors, for the audience, and also we have some engineering experiments for the children. We teach them some engineering experiments that will have some, like, they will gain a lot of information.
Sure.
We'll make them love the engineering field from very young age. Yes, and as I said, for the celebration will be the 7th of March. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to this big event. And Engineer Muhammad, coming towards the end of our interview, any last words or comments for the audience watching Hella Kuwait tonight?
Well, of course, I'd like to thank Kuwait Society of Engineers as a whole, and in specific the chairman, the board members, and the volunteers for all their effortless time put into this event, and to making this happen. To our sponsor, Amiri Diwan, and KFAS, as well as to His Excellency the Minister. Hissam Al-Rumi, and of course to Kuwait TV for hosting us tonight and for allowing us to share our
Well, it's a pleasure always to have members of the Kuwait Society of Engineers on our program, and we wish you all the best of luck in this event. Engineer Sara, do you have any last words for the audience watching?
Yes, I would like to tell the audience about our social network media like Instagram.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Please follow us. It's like it's KSEWEB, and you can join us in our official website, which is kse.org.qw.
Well, Engineer Sara and Engineer Muhammad, we thank you so much for being guests this evening on Hello Kuwait, and wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And,